Hey guys, welcome back to another Mail Out Monday video where I just tell you what sold this week for me and for how much. If you are brand new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. My name is Crystal. I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, The RealReal, and ThredUp. And all that means is that I sell people's trash on the internet and that's how I pay my bills. So this series is just a series that I do every Monday, and I let you know 5 things over the week that have sold for me and what they sold for. I try and do my highest sale, my lowest sale, everything in between, and anything that's interesting. So if you're into that, then hit the subscribe button and turn on your little bell notifications, and you'll get notified every time I upload a video, which I'm trying to get on a schedule. Right now we're at like 2 times a week. It's kind of like Monday and Thursday, but the Thursday one is like, sometimes it happens on Thursday, sometimes it happens on Wednesday, sometimes it doesn't happen at all. So, but if you turn on that bell notification, you'll get notified every time I upload, so you'll never miss anything. Also, if you like these videos, please consider hitting the thumbs up button on your way out. And that's all I've got for you. So let's get into today's video. Oh, I did want to show you something. So my friend Sonia, I don't know if she watches these or not, but she bought me this mug, and I put this sticker on it, it says Breathe Grace, but it's like a sunflower tumbler, and I am obsessed with this thing. So it also has, let me see if I can get it closer so you can see the pattern. It has like horns and stuff. So cute. I'm obsessed with this. Anybody who knows me at all in real life knows that I'm obsessed with sunflowers. They're like slowly becoming my absolute favorite flower. They're my favorite thing to grow. I also garden, if you didn't know that. And I'm obsessed, and she apparently knew that. She listens to me when I talk sometimes, so she bought me that tumbler, and I'm like obsessed with it. So I had to show it on a video to let everybody else know how obsessed I am with it. So anyway, that was just a little sidebar. Now let's get into why you're really here. What sold this week? So I will preface by saying this was my first full-time week. So I quit my full-time job, and my last day was the 11th, which was not this past Friday, but the Friday before. And then I took the weekend off and started on Monday, so the 14th, and this goes through the 14th through whatever today is, the 20th, which was Sunday, and that's the sales for this video. Because I was full-time this week, I obviously put in a lot more work than what I've been doing in the past, so there were a ton of sales to choose from, and it was actually really hard to narrow it down to just 5 that I think that would be helpful for you guys, but I did it. So let's start talking about what they are. A lot of these sold really fast too, which is interesting. Okay, first thing was this J. Crew cropped boyfriend jeans. They had like patchwork. I'm gonna pop the picture up. They were so cute, and J. Crew is kind of hit and miss for me. I don't know a ton about it, so sometimes I feel like I pick up the wrong label, but these, for whatever reason, I got these at the bins, so there was minimal risk. Bought them. They sold for $20 within a week. I listed them this week. They sold this week, so I'm here for all of that. So, and also, let me say, I was harping on Poshmark for a couple weeks. Poshmark showed up this week. Like, I had so many sales on Poshmark. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was listing way more than what I normally was listing. I mean, I was listing before, but apparently I wasn't meeting the quota. I don't know. But they woke up this week, and I'm happy about it. So, the majority of my sales were on Poshmark. That was on Poshmark. This next sale was a Piranha, Prana. It was called the Mantra Yoga Pant, and I think it had hemp in it. So that's like desirable to some people. And Prana obviously is a good brand, that's why I picked it up, but it's one of those brands that I feel like sometimes gets a bad rap, but I always pick them up. And this sold for $40. And it didn't sell super quickly. I think I've had them for probably a couple months, but definitely not long enough for me to be like, it was something that I really wanted to move. They sold for full price, which was $40, which is what I listed them for, and that sold on Poshmark as well. The next thing that sold, I picked this up and listed it this week as well. And I was kind of on the fence about whether or not this was going to sell. I thought it would sell on eBay as like an auction or whatever, but I didn't even make it there. It was a Fossil leather bag, which Fossil does well, but I got this at the bin, and most of the time when I pick up Fossil at the bin, it's like scratched up, and this was in pretty good condition, but the whole front of the bag had like little scratches on them. So I just took pictures of that, listed it for $40. She offered me $36. I gladly accepted it. That was a very reasonable offer. Anytime a reasonable offer comes in, I am 99% of the time going to take it, unless it's like a really rare item that I know that I can get more for. But if you have the common decency to give me a reasonable offer, most of the time I'm going to take it. And it makes me really happy when people are not lowballing me. So $36, and those are out the door. Okay. This next one was on eBay. I put it on an auction, and this is like story time. Let me put this down and get my coffee. I can take a little sip of my coffee while I get ready for story time. Okay. This is a pair of Doc Martens steel-toed, like work industrial boots. They were not in the greatest condition. I would say probably 7 out of 10 though. So like not tore up, but you definitely like could tell that they were used. They would need new laces as well, because the laces were kind of fraying. So I've had them for, I'm going to say a year at least. I've had them on eBay. I put them on multiple auctions. Tried to send them to ThredUp. They didn't want them, obviously. They came back. I tried to sell them in a yard sale. They didn't sell at the yard sale. And I was at the point where I was going to donate them. So everything from the yard sale went into that, like, I didn't sell, went into this, like, bucket of things that were going to Goodwill. And, like, because of the pandemic, Goodwill was only taking a certain amount of stuff or whatever. And for whatever reason, these did not make it from the van, my mom's van, into Goodwill. So I noticed them back there one day, and I was like, man, I should probably just list them again and see, since they're just sitting in here. Now, mind you, my lazy self did not take them out of the van and put them back in storage. No. I just listed them and was like, if they sell, I'll go out to the van to get them, right? Because that's what people do. So anyway, I put them up on an auction, and I have like restarted that auction. I think my yard sale was in June. Oh, here we are, the end of September. They've been on auction since then. They finally sold this week. The buyer paid. We're good to go. $5.99. Like, this just goes to show you not everything from every brand that you think will sell is actually gonna sell, right? Doc Martens, I would always pick up Doc Martens. They sell really well most of the time. For whatever reason, this pair, I could not move. So I'm happy to see them go. I don't think I made any money on them. But I'm glad that they're not here anymore. My mom's glad they're not in her car. And as Lori's Boston Found says, bye Felicia. Because I cannot with those anymore. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents on that. I would still pick up Doc Martens, just probably not ones that looked like that. They were more of like a work shoe. And not that I wouldn't pick up the work shoe again. I just would probably only pick it up if it was in mint condition or new. Now the other boots, like I've sold a pair of knee-high Doc Martens before for like $120. So, I mean, the range, it's just like, I don't know. But again, the knee-high ones, the like patent leather shiny ones, those are desirable. And this like brown steel toe work shoe was not. So that's my story time. Those Doc Martens are out the door. $5.99. That was the lowest sale of the week. And I'm actually happy to see them go. So there's that. And then the last thing that I have to talk about is my highest sale of the week, which I usually save the highest for last. This is a pair of Salvatore Ferragamo. They were like suede men's dress shoes. Salvatore does well for me in men's shoes. I like can't sell them in women's shoes for whatever reason. And it could just be because I don't normally find like a more modern style for Salvatore in women's. Like I found a lot of, I don't want to say old lady like shoes, but that's kind of what it is. Like more rounded toe with like a chunky heel. I have a ton of them. But I can't sell those because nobody wants those. So, but Ferragamo's in men's shoes always do well for me. I've had this pair for a long time though. So if you remember a while back, I listed a pair of Ferragamo driving loafers on Mercari, and they sold in less than like 10 minutes for $120. And that was my first like ever kind of, what's the word, like experience with selling them. And then at that point I was like, oh, I'm gonna go find more. So I went onto Poshmark and started like sorting through for that brand, and I found these shoes that I sold this week. And I think, I don't know, I did pay up for them. I mean, because I sourced them off Poshmark, so I don't remember what I paid for them, but it was more than you would pay at a thrift store for sure. And I've had them for a long time, so I did have to sit on them a little bit, but they were a full price sale, so there's no discounts in shipping or anything like that. They bought them for $65, and I was really happy with that. I was in my kitchen. I remember that these sold on Friday night because I was in my kitchen talking to my mom and my grandmother, and I was just like, guys, I just sold a pair of shoes for $65, full price. And my mom was like, high five. And I was like, yeah, you know, because I don't like to touch people. But so now that's like seared in my mind that that's when they sold. So anyway, that's all the sales for this week. I had a lot of fun at home this week. I mean, I was a little lonely. People have been asking me how my first week has gone. I was a little lonely. I like to talk, obviously. I'm like what you would call like an introverted extrovert. So I like to talk. I like to socialize with people. And then I like to have my time of like quiet and like decompressing. So I feel like I'm getting my time of quiet and decompressing all day, but I'm not doing anything that would require me to decompress, if that makes sense. So I did get to go out with some of my friends this weekend, which was really nice because I needed some social interaction. So I think that that's a struggle I'm probably going to have for a little while, but I think we're going to work through it. We'll figure out something. I'm looking for audiobook suggestions. If you have any, drop them in the comments because I like to listen to audiobooks when I'm working. I'm kind of over just listening to the same music over and over again. But I've run out of ideas for audiobooks. And also I've listened to my podcasts so fast. Like I have, I don't know, 15 podcasts I listen to, and most of them upload every week, and I go through them in no time. So if you have any book suggestions or podcast suggestions, drop them in the comments and I will definitely check them out because I need something to do while I'm working. And that is pretty much all I have for you. I did film my frequently asked questions video for new Poshmarkers. Poshmark. Why do I keep saying Poshmarkers? This is the third time I've done that, I feel like. New Poshers. So if you're brand new to reselling and Poshmark is your app of choice and you have questions, that might be a good video for you to watch. It will be coming out this week, probably Thursday. And I just go over 10 questions that I get asked all the time and my 2 cents on what the answer would be. So look out for that video. That will be up sometime this week. And that's all I got. Now I'm going to go do all of my shipping from the weekend because there's a lot of it. So until next time, bye.